In any case, it's March now. And the troop formations here are really small. But we are successfully sending in more troops. Like right here, we see an offensive being prepared. That's good. This line right here just almost is ready. Okay, I need some more supplies, and hopefully we will approach the outskirts of Moscow finally. Okay, I want to watch these developments closer. It looks like if we want to, we can defeat them. It seems to me that the Soviets don't really push in anything really significant against us here in the Moscow district. I'm not sure why they are so reluctant to defend it. Maybe they just don't believe it, or maybe everybody already died there. However, these fortified positions here are ours. At least they're gonna be ours for some time. Okay, let's just continue fighting. In any case, do we have anything here now? Do we have anything here? Yes, 15 divisions in this theater. Almost nothing in Stalingrad front, and quite a bit in Eastern front. Here we can see that there are more Soviets defending these outskirts, but that's just not enough. Just certainly not enough. Many conscripts are employed by the Soviets. It looks like now, even from the south, under Japanese influence, we are approaching Moscow. It looks like we're getting what I want, which is attacking Moscow from at least two directions. I was hoping north center, that's the west I call center, so north center, but it looks like it's going to be south center, which is equally important. Yeah, we do have a very good south formation here. It looks so. So close right there. We're just a province away, and they pushed us back. It does not look like the Soviets are trying to hold Moscow specifically, and the troop concentrations here are not really mass to an extent. It just looks like we're fighting it out on normal terms. It could be that the Soviets do not think that this area is of any kind of a major significance. And it looks like our first divisions here, our Axis powers people, Storm, will soon engage close to Moscow on Odintsova. I see that we're having some serious fighting. Ooh, look at that. Look at this. This is Moscow defense right here. We see the... okay, so it looks like the Soviets are trying to defend Moscow. Look at that. Look at that. There's approximately over 80 divisions here. Over 1 million soldiers defending Moscow specifically. Okay, it looks like if they won't position themselves properly, they will not achieve much. However, there's no way for us to win against that just yet. We would have to concentrate very serious formations to actually do this. But I like to see just how well we're defending. They're attacking us with approximately maybe 80,000 soldiers. That's how many fit, and we are defending this. Another thing is that we are successfully moving south of Moscow. The Soviets will be pushing us back here, so they won't allow us to connect the fronts. The Japanese are stalled badly. Another good ship has been lost for the Japanese. However, we are at the outskirts of Moscow, so we can see what's in here. So as you can see, this is huge. They have things like tank factories that allow them to build tanks very quickly. All in all, it looks very beautiful. No doubts about that. In any case, this battle right here is taking a significant amount of time. And it looks like we're soon going to reinforce this battle. It seems that the Soviets just kind of can't do this right. They are suffering from force modifiers. And it seems we are defending very well. We don't have a general here, but this Panzer division flew their general towards us. So taking Moscow won't be easy. But our troops are very determined here. In any case, let's just continue advancing it. It will probably take attacking the Soviets from a couple of sides. We'll probably will have to do just that. Tula is ours. However, Soviets do have Moscow for themselves. Very intriguing. We're not launching any offensives there. We're kind of descending on the enemy from the south a lot more than from Moscow, the district directly. We can take a look at our infantry and look at that beautiful infantry unit. It's 1950 model. We have many things here. Surely the Soviets are having a hard time fighting us. In any case, the weather isn't as bad. Obviously it's April, so it's not really warm in Soviet Russia. It's just fine. It seems that our generals would prefer to move the southern front towards Moscow before Moscow is being attacked with more confidence. It seems that we're stretching ourselves quite thin here. Also, look at that infrastructure. Now that we are much deeper into the Soviet Union, infrastructure is certainly in a much better position. However, this area is very still in the north. Our two fronts just cannot connect, it seems, and it's very equal, very equal. We're very close to Moscow. It's really kind of a crucial time for the Soviets. However, we're not yet winning this. I think that if we could move the south... Oops, just moved this a little bit too much. In any case, we have learned that we need more officers, first of all. And most importantly, we have learned that we are managing to do very significant damage to the Saudi-held Britain. And that's something that's eating quite a bit of our resources. And that's something that needs to be dealt with, obviously. I really like that Portugal took this area, Goa. And let's wait and see. I see that we are managing to kind of launch some really successful offensives here. Let's not forget that Soviets have massed approximately 1 million soldiers here to defend this. However, we're just kind of launching rockets at them, and they are unable to attack us with those million men and women. And in the south, we are with confidence moving on to them. It's already plus Celsius, so the snow isn't there. If the snow isn't there, it seems we can advance. You see the Soviets are launching offensives out. It looks like they're counterattacking us here. But we're already approaching them from the south, which is truly beautiful for us, that we can do that, that we can attack them from the south. That's very important, just what I want. I want to kind of consistently move forces against the Soviets from multiple directions. I think that actually the Soviets invested so much into defense of Moscow that they have abandoned their southern front. Those million soldiers would be very useful in the south, but then Moscow district would be lost. That's the thing about that. We're successfully supplying ourselves there. Look at that, so beautiful from the south. And it may be that we'll soon approach them from the north also. I wonder just how beautiful it would be if we could surround Moscow itself. Look at that. they're concentrating their forces, and this is undoubtedly huge. Now that we're attacking them from multiple directions, things are looking very, very good. Here the Eastern Front took over from the Finns, and it looks like Finns won't be advancing almost any further, which is good. Maybe then expeditionary forces from Finland will come back. We're amassing here 50 divisions. As you can see, most of these are out of organization and probably supply. That's the thing here for us on the Eastern Front. We are lacking supply. Yeah, Finns won't be approaching us any further. It's 1952. I see that most of our troops are at the front. As you can see here, everything looks very, very clean. The Canadians launched a massive invasion into Portugal. That's really, really bad, but I see that our combined forces are already approaching Canadians. So that's the thing to note, obviously, that Canadians are able to achieve that. I also see American flags, so it looks like Americans are here too, but we will undoubtedly are going to save them. Here we see many Nazi high command units behind the lines, so that's interesting. Here Moscow is being hit badly, and it looks like around Moscow we're out of supply. I'm not sure why, but obviously supply is not coming through. How's things going? It looks like it says that the Soviets are a little bit stronger than we are. In any case, we're out of supplies, so Moscow will stay safe for as long as we do not have supply. And I see that the Soviets do have very powerful formations around Moscow. Here you can see that they're stacking themselves up. But even these cannot win decisively. The Soviet supply station here should be very, very good. No doubts about that. Another Axis Powers Storm batch or army group may soon come out. Already a couple of years passed before... last one came out, so we do have quite a few trained soldiers already. And we would certainly need a little bit more to make decisive win. However, in any case, our supplies are so bad, We can't do anything. We can't make progress. Our national unit is exactly at 100% now. Our party is at 66, so things are not bad. No, we're out of supply. It's relatively kind of fine weather, but once again we've been hit with this crazy supply problem. Well, it looks like we'll just have to wait for the supply to just fix itself. So we are trying to envelop Moscow, as you can see, but it's not gonna happen just yet. It seems that we just need to wait for a better opportunity. And that better opportunity is not yet there. It's 1952. It could be that the only way to take Moscow is by surrounding it. Here we see an attack from Moscow itself. And Soviets are in very bad condition. It looks like, you see, the thing is that the Soviets have been worn out badly. The city of Moscow has been destroyed badly, like truly badly. Probably just like Stalingrad was destroyed. It's just that their airport there has been, in the outskirts somewhere, has been operational to 100%. We are starting to envelop Moscow, and fighting there continues. The people in Moscow are broken and devastated, probably after a massive bombardment that took place there. In any case, if the thing is that if we launch a extremely powerful offensive on them, they will not hold. And so, as you can see, probably the biggest fear that Soviet leaders were afraid of. So the biggest fear is losing Moscow, and that's exactly what is happening. We are attacking Moscow from multiple directions. They are holding, but if this continues, we will be able to envelop them there. And it's gonna be even worse. They are at 76% our surrender, and it's unclear what exactly will happen if they lose their capital. It looks like they launched a counterattack, so the situation is a lot less worse. But we're approaching. Our organization here is really bad. We're not really gaining much out of this. Everybody's stretched out. I think that if everybody would have 100 supply, we could successfully win this. Now that that's not the case, Things are not good at all. Surge volunteers, that's always a good thing to hear. We should get a card saying Moscow has been surrounded. I think we're once again approached Moscow greatly. Look at that. 3 provinces around Moscow have been taken, and I think 4th will soon be taken. And now they're counterattacking us also, but we are making different progress, such as taking province of Lyuberty, which is a major achievement. Axis forces have never been there before. Not only that, we're making progress all over, so it looks like the Soviets can certainly hold Moscow city. However, there are thousands of kilometers of front line that are just kind of descending upon Moscow slowly but surely. And that's the thing, if all those troops would show up there, things would be bad. Look at that, the soldiers fighting on Moscow district are absolutely shattered here. They're just so poor in morale, it's just devastating for them. Definitely. Seems that all available divisions are fighting them. Oh, look at that. Moscow will be almost completely surrounded if a province in the north is being taken. And I see that the Nazis are trying to take it with everything. Yes, it's taken. Look at that. Let's continue the struggle here. I see what's happening. And through Noginsk, Moscow is being supplied, and it looks like they already initiated a retreat. So as you can see, everybody in Moscow are retreating. Let's move in. I want my soldiers march through. That's it, Moscow has been taken. That's it. That is a major victory for us. And our enemy will be receiving supply from other areas. Definitely. Let's watch this further. Looks like slowly but surely we have achieved a victory. Let's take a look at our troops here. As you can see, we're here, we're in Moscow now. Even airport has been destroyed. And it does provide us quite a bit of stuff, like massive number of manpower. In any case, our Axis powers people storm division. I've seen it all. We're losing a lot less soldiers than we normally do. And the Soviets are close to surrendering, very close. Here I see that an advance has been made also, so these two Japanese fronts will soon connect, and the Soviets will be squeezed even further. Eastern front is moving a lot slower. Stalingrad and Beast's underbelly fronts are not yet connected. It looks like the Soviets are trying to keep these separate as much as possible. And all in all, things are looking very, very good for us. I would say that we only need to wait, fight, and we will win this. undoubtedly. I'm not sure what's their new capital, but one thing I'm sure it doesn't matter anymore. Let's take a look at other areas. So that's the Italians, Portuguese fighting here. It looks like everything has been taken in Africa, besides these French territories, but it could be that these can be even conquered due to the lack of infrastructure. They're very much very cosmetic ones. Now here things are still very difficult, as you can see. We're having extremely difficult time here without the supply fighting them, and all in all we are approaching the front line from multiple directions, but it's not an easy approach. We're making very small gains every month, and it really isn't that big of a deal. However, they are being pushed towards surrender. Fall of Moscow. We finally got this. It's not like it happened yesterday. The fall of Moscow. As dawn breaks, German panzers smash through hastily erected barriers on the streets of Moscow, and half trucks roll onto Red Square, unloading their cargo of troops. Thick, billowing smoke from the many fires raging in the suburbs rises into the air as the German infantry storms the Kremlin. Grenades and flamethrowers are needed to fight the stubborn NKVD holdouts who seem intent on defending every inch of the complex. With Moscow finally under German control, explosions rock the city as timed explosives left by the retreating Soviets detonate. The Russian capital is left a burning ruin, but to the relief of the Soviet leadership, Lenin's emblemed corpse has been safely evacuated east. The Soviets will lose unity and gain in descent. Okay, that's exactly what we want. And let's just watch this further. And soon is over. Now save the money. Her Highness, Bulgaria next Mongolia. Bulgaria next Xinjiang. Bulgarian forced conquer of Soviet Union. Wow. That was lucky. That was very, very lucky for them. And that's how it would look like. Obviously, it says Bulgaria. So, Bulgaria was lucky enough to kind of be cosmetically awarded with it, and in the next couple of years we will undoubtedly be making sure everybody gets an equal share of the prize. We have successfully taken over one Second World War. It lasted over a decade, and almost after 10 years of fighting, we have managed to defeat Soviets. And it took taking quite a bit of the land. However, we did manage to do it, and that is the most important thing, obviously. Okay. I say It's over.